So first, notice that it's not in standard form. So we will need to write it in standard form. So to do that, we're going to have to check to make sure that the number in front of x is positive 1. And in this example, you can see that it's not a positive 1. Instead, it's a negative. Okay. So I can rewrite this as negative x squared plus 2x, and then we leave a little space, plus 8. And then we need to take care of this negative. So I'm going to factor it to the front. And so that's going to leave me with x squared minus 2x plus 8. So now we can take half of the negative 2. So half of negative 2 would be negative 1. And so then we square it. So we get positive 1. So this positive 1, we're going to add to our parentheses, but then we're also going to subtract. Okay, so now we have negative x squared minus 2x plus 1. And then we're going to factor out this negative 1. But in order to factor out this negative 1, remember what I mentioned earlier. Since you have a negative out here, we would have to multiply this negative times this negative 1, which is going to make it a positive 1 plus 8. Okay, so the negative 1 that we want to remove becomes positive because negative times negative would be positive 1. So now we can factor. So in here we have a 1 and a 1. Since it was negative 1, that's what we're using for our values. 1 plus 8 is 9. I can write this as x minus 1 squared plus 9. And then I can get our vertex. So the vertex here, h, is the opposite of negative 1, so that's 1. And then we keep the sign of 9.